No one has told you this yet, but your secret weapon for a mind-blowing night is about to be revealed. Ever found yourself in that moment where you just wish you could slow down time, make it last longer, and really take control? Maybe you've even felt that frustration of not being able to stay in the game as long as you'd like. If this sounds familiar, trust me, you're not alone. And if you're tired of those moments slipping away too quickly, well, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to spill the beans on something that could change everything for you in the bedroom. So stay tuned, because these 7 proven techniques will not only keep you in the game longer, but make sure you both leave that room smiling. Before we dive into the first technique, let me ask you something. Have you ever wished there was a way to just slow everything down, make every second count, and leave your partner absolutely satisfied? If you're nodding along, let's get started. 1. Stop doing this, the deep breathing technique. This is why your excitement isn't working for you. You're probably breathing all wrong. Now, I know what you're thinking, breathing? Seriously? But trust me, deep breathing is a game changer. It's more than just catching your breath. It's about mastering your body's response to intense moments. Here's the deal: when you control your breath, you control your body. It's as easy as finding a comfortable spot, closing your eyes, and taking slow, deep breaths in through your nose, letting your belly expand like a balloon. Hold it for just a second, then slowly exhale through your mouth. Imagine this: you're about to dive into an intense moment with your partner. Instead of letting the excitement run wild, you take control with each breath. The deeper you breathe, the more you control that surge of energy. It's like your very own pause button, helping you stay calm, cool, and collected. Practicing this regularly not only helps in the moment, but also trains your body to naturally relax and maintain control during those crucial times. It's almost like your secret weapon ready to deploy whenever needed. 2. The secret to staying power, the pause and retreat technique. Ever feel that build up, that rush where you know it's about to be game over? This is when you need to stop doing what you're doing literally. When you feel that peak approaching, it's time to pause. I get it though, in the heat of the moment, slowing down might feel counterintuitive. But let me tell you, mastering the pause and retreat can completely shift your game. Here's how it works. When you're nearing that tipping point, stop all stimulation. Yes, stop. Take a step back, maybe switch to a less intense activity, or just breathe deeply like we just discussed. This isn't about pulling away entirely, but rather about dialing it back enough to regain control. Picture this: you're in the middle of an intense moment, and you start feeling that familiar rush. Instead of pushing through, you pause, retreat slightly, and let the excitement cool down. This gives you a chance to cool down, regain control, and then, when you're ready, ease back into it. The beauty of this technique is in its simplicity, yet it's incredibly effective. Communicate with your partner during this. Let them know what's up. And trust me, they'll appreciate the effort you're putting in to make the night last longer. Remember, the goal here isn't to completely stop the fun, it's about maintaining it at a level where you're both fully engaged without hitting that peak too soon. And don't forget to incorporate some variety into these pauses. This could be a great time to explore different sensations, switch up positions, or even indulge in a little bit of teasing. Keep it playful, keep it light, and watch how these small pauses can significantly extend your pleasure. 3. A hidden blueprint for control, the squeeze technique. Here's a secret no one seems to talk about: the squeeze technique. It's all about mastering control over your pelvic floor muscles. Now, if you're thinking pelvic floor, isn't that something only women deal with? Let me stop you right there. This technique is for everyone, and it's one of the most powerful tools you can use. The idea is simple: when you're nearing the point of no return, squeeze your pelvic floor muscles, those same ones you use to stop the flow of urine. Let's break it down. You're in the heat of the moment. Everything's building up, and you're right there at the edge. Instead of letting go, you squeeze those muscles firmly but not too tight, and hold it for a few seconds. During this time, take a deep breath, exhale slowly, and allow the intensity to decrease. Once the pressure has eased, you can relax the muscles and continue with the fun. What's great about this technique is that it's discreet. Your partner won't even know you're using it unless you tell them, making it a seamless way to stay in control. Over time, practicing the squeeze technique will strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, giving you even better control. Think of it like going to the gym, but you're a very specific, very important part of your body. The more you practice, the better you'll get, and soon, this will be second nature. And if you want to take it up a notch, try combining this with deep breathing or the pause and retreat technique for even more control. 4. Focus on your partner. It's not just about you. Here's a game changer. Shift your focus. Instead of worrying about your own performance, concentrate on your partner's pleasure. This isn't just about taking the pressure off yourself, though that's a big part of it. It's about creating a more connected, fulfilling experience for both of you. Think about it. When you're more focused on them, you'll naturally take your mind off your own pressure, which helps you last longer. Plus, your partner will notice the extra effort, and that can lead to even more intense experiences for both of you. So, how do you do this? Start by communicating. Ask your partner what they like, what turns them on, and what they want more of. Don't be shy. This is your chance to explore new territories together. Once you know what they're into, make their pleasure your priority. Whether it's trying out new techniques, paying more attention to foreplay, or simply being more responsive to their needs, focusing on them can completely transform the experience. And here's the kicker: when you're truly focused on your partner, not only do you last longer, but the connection between you deepens. It's not just about physical pleasure, it's about building trust, intimacy, and a sense of togetherness. So next time, instead of getting caught up in your own head, turn your attention to them. You might just find that by giving more, you get more in return. 5. Mindfulness isn't just for meditation. The mindfulness technique. Everything you knew about staying in control is wrong. You need to be present, like really present. Mindfulness during sex means fully experiencing every touch, every sound, every sensation without letting your mind wander. This might sound like something out of a yoga class, but trust me, it's incredibly powerful in the bedroom. Here's how it works. Instead of letting your mind race with thoughts like, am I doing this right? Or how much longer can I last? You focus on the here and now. Start by paying attention to your breath, just like we talked about earlier. Let each inhale and exhale ground you in the moment. Then turn your focus to your senses. What do you feel? The warmth of your partner's skin, the softness of their touch, the rhythm of your movements together. What do you hear? Their breath, their heartbeat, the sounds of your shared pleasure? By anchoring yourself in these sensations, you stay connected to the present moment. But here's the catch: mindfulness isn't about controlling or judging what's happening. It's about accepting each sensation as it comes, without trying to change it or rush through it. This can help you stay relaxed and in control, preventing that rush to the finish line. It's like a mental reset button that keeps you from getting too caught up in the moment. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to stay calm and present, even during the most intense moments. Try it out, you'll be surprised how much it can help you stay grounded and in control. Plus, being more mindful can deepen your connection with your partner, making each moment feel even more special. It's a win-win. 6. Switch it up. The variation technique. Stop doing the same thing over and over. Variety is the spice of life, right? The same goes for your intimate moments. This technique is all about mixing things up, changing the rhythm, varying the pressure, and exploring different positions. Not only does this keep things fresh and exciting, but it also helps you manage your arousal levels. Here's the secret: when you feel things building up too fast, slow it down, change the pace, or shift the focus. This way, you'll keep things interesting and maintain control over how long the experience lasts. Let's break it down. Start with a moderate, steady pace to build up the anticipation. As things heat up, gradually increase the intensity, but don't be afraid to dial it back if you're nearing the edge. You can also try switching to different types of stimulation. Maybe move from one area to another, or switch from more intense movements to something slower and more sensual. This keeps your body guessing and helps you stay in control. Another great way to incorporate variation is by exploring different positions. Each position offers a unique angle and level of stimulation. So by changing things up, you can find what works best for both of you, while giving yourself a bit of a breather. Plus, trying new positions can reignite that spark and make the experience even more thrilling for both of you. But don't just stop at positions, consider introducing new elements like temperature play, sensory deprivation, think blindfolds, or even incorporating some playful teasing. The key here is to keep the experience dynamic and avoid getting stuck in a repetitive pattern that might lead to an early finish. Keep it playful, keep it unpredictable, and enjoy the process of discovering what works best for both you and your partner. 7. Communication is everything. The power of open communication. This mistake could cost you your relationship if you're not careful. Open communication is the cornerstone of any healthy sexual relationship. And let's be real, if you're struggling or want to try something new, the last thing you want to do is keep it to yourself. It might feel awkward at first, but talking about what's going on can make all the difference. Your partner will appreciate your honesty and your willingness to make things better for both of you. So, how do you start? First, create a safe and comfortable environment where you can both talk openly without judgment. Choose a time when you're both relaxed and not in the heat of the moment. Start by expressing how much you care about your partner and your desire to make things even better between you. Then, gently bring up the topic, whether it's something you want to improve, a new technique you'd like to try, or even just asking for feedback on how they're feeling about your time together. For example, you might say, "I've been thinking about how we can make our intimate moments even more enjoyable, and I've learned about some techniques that could help us both have a better experience. What do you think about trying something new together?" This opens the door for a two-way conversation where you both feel heard and supported. Listening is just as important as talking. When your partner shares their thoughts and feelings, make sure you're really listening without interrupting or getting defensive. Validate their feelings and work together to find solutions that make both of you happy. Remember, this is about building a stronger connection, not just about fixing a problem. Another important aspect of communication is checking in regularly. Your needs and desires may change over time, so it's important to have ongoing conversations about what's working, what's not, and what new things you like to explore together. By keeping the lines of communication open, you can prevent small issues from turning into bigger problems and continue to grow together. Lastly, don't forget to celebrate your successes together. When something works well or when you notice improvement, acknowledge it. A simple "that was amazing," or "I love when we try new things together" can go a long way in reinforcing the positive changes you're making as a couple. Remember, these techniques are not just tips, they're tools that with practice can completely transform your experience. So, if you're ready to take control and make your intimate moments last longer, start applying these techniques today. Trust me, you won't regret it. But remember, like with any new skill, practice and patience are key. Don't be discouraged. If you don't see results overnight, stick with it. And over time, you'll notice a significant improvement in your stamina and overall satisfaction. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with someone who might need it. Also, subscribe for more tips and tricks to keep your relationship strong and your bedroom even stronger. Keep practicing, stay confident, and as always, enjoy every moment.